confused on the gift portion. If, let's say in the past, a lobbyist is going to invite 2 or 3 legislators to go to dinner at Garrett's and spend $100 a person on dinner and wine. With a $25 gift limit, would that be prohibited, or could the lobbyist still buy the dinner as long as it was fully reported?
No. It's amazing how many of these questions we get asked every day. The reason we have courts is because no matter how you write a law, someone's going to need another interpretation. We looked at 49 other states and we have tried to make it as precise as you can. It is not permitted to spend $26 on that person.
Okay. So they can take them to Zaxby's, but they couldn't take them to the plant. Maybe
this is going to be a real boom for meeting threes around here. That's fine.
On that same vein, in your summary sheet, you talk about the cap, the $25 cap per person. Could a lobbying firm with 10 lobbyists, could each of those 10 lobbyists spend the 25?
No. And we tried to walk through each one of these in particular. That firm could spend $25.
Okay.
But each individual member is not going to be able to. Plus, we take it a step further. If one of the clients of the lobbying firm decides that they want to go out with a legislator, then they would have to have a person who works for that company, not just the lobbying firm, to actually go with them in order to pick up the check.
And would that also be limited to $25?
Yes.
In other words, on behalf of that lobbying
New
firm.
rule is $25. You cannot take anything over $25.
And where's the $100 come in?
$100 is what you can spend cumulatively over a year. So you could take a person out 4 times within a year. But you get back to,
Is the prohibition against the legislator taking $26 or the lobbyist giving it?
both.
Both.
In
So
talk-
one act can constitute 2 violations.
Yeah. If it was willingly acknowledged by both.
Is there any addressing in here about lobbying the executive branch of government?
Yes,
We'll have to register and same
Absolutely.
prohibitions, all that, blah, blah, blah.
exactly. What, 150,000? 100,000? There is nothing, let me reemphasize it, nothing that is more important to the people of Alabama and to cleaning up so much of the corruption. There is nothing more important in Alabama today that I can think of. And if it costs $100,000, it's going to cost the same thing if you do it any other time. You try to do it in a regular session, we're going to end up right back to where we've been for the last 8 years. And there will always be another reason, a filibuster or something to keep it from happening. What is going on out there right now is going to continue to go on all of December, all of January, all of February. There is debt repayment that is going to go on. There are so many things that are out there today that are going on, and there is a concerted effort by a lot of lobbyists down here today to talk to the new members and say, you really don't need to support this, because if you support it, it may get you in the position that you inadvertently do something without thinking about it, and it causes you to violate the law. We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that those members understand even the nuances of this law. And if we do that, I don't think that's going to happen. But there is this effort going on today about, well, let's just kind of back up here. We've backed up for 8 years. If there has ever been a package of bills that has been discussed, this is it. When people lose trust in the system, in government, in the representatives. What it does is force everyone else to work within boundaries. And once you do that, you will never see a state government that's innovative, creative, because they know that people are so suspicious of everything they do. But if you put it all out, the way we did with contingency funds, for years and years, everyone here spent an inordinate amount of time talking about how the governor spent the contingency fund, because he wouldn't say. Once you put it online, I don't think I've been asked about it 6, 7 years. Same thing with flight logs. Everybody wanted to know where the plane was going, who was on the plane, for what purpose. Once you put it online, then no one ever asked again. My primary issue now is to get this passed. And I think it is also the primary issue of Governor-elect Bentley and the senators and the representatives and their leaders.